Hello, welcome to BUTLERS podcast. We're back.
We should firstly say Happy Christmas and Happy New Year because we haven't done a podcast since October. So,
and that's for quite good reasons, I think. And we thought we should probably start by being very open and transparent about our situation because life has been quite tough for us over the last few months. I'm sure everybody has similar things going on, but they don't often talk about them on a podcast. Right, Billy, I've got a dog clawing at my leg now. I've got the cat walking across me. Please.
Billy's just sat on the recording device, which
oh
is
my gosh, if it's
hygienic.
muffled, yeah, that's why.
He just wants to cuddle the big boy.
Right, everyone calm down. Okay,
right, and relax.
So we obviously, I'm sure everybody's aware that hospitality is very difficult in general. Costs of everything has gone up. Everything keeps changing all the time. It's really unpredictable. So that is on one level quite tricky to manage day to day. Christmas was busy for us, so December was good. But on a personal level, we've had lots going on. My stepbrother was diagnosed with cancer a couple of years ago, colon cancer, which had spread, and he continued to have treatment and fight an amazing battle against cancer, which he has done for the last couple of years. He lives in Portugal with his daughter and wife, where my dad and stepmom and quite a lot of my family were in Portugal as well. So I didn't get to see as much as I would have liked of them because of the isolation and trying to protect him from catching bugs, etc., etc. And suddenly in December, his health went really downhill. He went and had a trial treatment, and unfortunately it didn't help his situation, and he died on Christmas Day. So that was pretty awful and has been since.
It was a bit more difficult because he was in the end game for quite a while, wasn't he? So and then when it's like that each day, when you get a phone call, you think it's going to be
something bad.
Phone call.
Yeah, and I mean, there is no way of saying anything positive about the situation because it's been horrendous. And times like that, you kind of, well, for me anyway, I've just really wanted to hide away from everything. It's really hard to process things, especially when it's someone my age, and he's been my stepbrother for almost 30 years, so we've grown up together. And yeah, that's been really hard.
Yeah, and we've got the memorial that hasn't happened yet for various reasons, has it? But
no.
Sort of getting family over here and coordinating stuff, and that's going to happen in a couple of weeks. And I think for all of us, I guess it's we need that line in the sand, don't we? It's not a religious thing. It's not a non-religious thing. It's not about that. There's a process to grief, I think, isn't there? And you sort of need an opportunity to share stories, have a bit of a laugh, share some moments with other like-minded people, get sad, and then it hopefully feels like you can start rebuilding your life again.
Yeah, I think there is no easy fix. It will take time as with everything and with every time you lose someone. But it's a really, really hard thing to be able to process and also in the background.
That's one.
Yeah, that's one of them. My mum was diagnosed with blood cancer as well last year. So she started quite intensive chemo. So she's doing 6 rounds of chemo. So she has chemo, then 3-week recovery period. And that's been pretty horrendous. I mean, the side effects that both her and my stepbrother have had and gone through have been savage. There's no way of glamorizing any of it because it's awful. And my mum has been really, really poorly, and it's really hard to see. And again, you're trying not to bring any illness to people. You're trying to avoid everything. You're trying not to talk about it, trying to put on a brave face and a smiley face with customers and pretend everything's okay, when really it hasn't been at all. Hence the reason that we haven't done the podcast. We've been quieter on social media. Henry's also got some stuff going on.
I was just going to say it's a weird one because with diseases like that, often the treatment can make people feel a lot more poorly than the actual cancer, can't they? I mean, the battering that your mum's taking at the moment is, she's only a frail little thing at the best of times, isn't she?
Yeah.
You have to be super resilient to even be able to deal with the treatment. So
it's really hard to watch people. Yeah, really hard
it?
when you can't fix it. I mean, God, if I could take it away from everyone, I would, but you just can't, and it's heartbreaking because you see the decline and you can't fix it and you can't make it any better. No. So it's a big struggle, and obviously we got through Christmas, so we'd lost one and the other one was very fragile.
But we did have a gap in your mum's chemo, so she got a taste back, didn't she, for Christmas Day? And that was a really good family day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Getting together, and your mum mucked in with the cooking.
Got her drinking a poor man's black velvet, which was cider and Guinness. So she had a go at that, didn't like it. She decided that was a good idea. But it's no, I think if you're going with a black velvet, you need sparkling wine.
Yeah,
cider didn't work.
Or something.
Just don't mix them.
No. So that's the second thing then. And my mum has been living with Parkinson's, and I can't remember which version of what it's called, but the sort of the aggressive type of Parkinson's. There are different types, and she hasn't really got the shakes thing. She's unless she's sort of a bit stressed, but her body is sort of shrinking and curling up, and her balance is really poor. So she started falling over quite a bit, and that makes people a bit nervous and less likely to go out. At the same time, if you've got Parkinson's, you're told that you must keep moving, you must keep your mind working and stuff like that. But each time she falls over, she fractures or breaks her arm, she's less likely to do that. So it's a horrible thing, and she's become like a little tortoise now in a funny way. The mind's still in there, and but the body is sort of failing around it, I guess. So it's sad, because you can't do anything about it. So that's the one thing. And the conversations are all about how do we provide the best care for someone in that situation? How much do you use external people? What can the family realistically do? Everyone's busy. Her husband has been doing it sort of 24/7 for a long time now, and he's taken the brunt of it, and he's probably reaching his limits. My brother was really great and came over and became chief carer for a bit because he couldn't juggle his work. So it's, but I think the combination of these things in isolation you can deal with, but if you've got, when you're waking up and we're having family conversations about something that's rubbish pretty much every day.
Yeah, it's been relentless. It's been one thing after the other, and it's
stuff.
Stressful, it's sad, it's heartbreaking, and at the same time we're trying to keep the business going, so we are having to carry on like everything's okay, because that's the nature of business and being in the public facing as well. So it's quite tricky, and we kind of thought, well, we'll just avoid everything and it will go away, and that's not life. So this is us coming back and saying, this is what's been going on. We're going to be really transparent about things, and we need to keep our business going. Otherwise, that's going to make things a hell of a lot worse if we lose the business and our house.
This is us self-medicating for 2 months. So we are in the process of renewing our lease, which is a palaver.
In the shop, we do not own a house.
We're dealing with people who are just a pain.
Hard work. They don't make it easy, that's for sure.
So the rent's going up over 20%, which is, in today's market, completely bizarre to me. I do not see
when every
how
other
that
unit
works.
near us is empty or is a coffee shop or charity shop, you just think surely it's better to have independent businesses keeping the high streets going than empty units.
We want people in our area. We want other independents filling those shops, don't we?
Yeah,
so it
and
makes
also
it a
you
vibrant
kind of
community.
like we're really lucky because we can walk to like a greengrocer's, a butcher, a bakery. You know, we pick up things. We make a point of going to independents. We drive out to the farm shop. You know, we go to the local groceries in the local villages near us if we don't want to go into Brighton. So we make a point of supporting other independents and keeping things going. So we just really need to encourage people to try and do the same because firstly, the quality is completely different. I mean, across the board. You know, like bread from the supermarket compared to bread in the bakery is day and night's difference.
Yeah.
And hopefully the same with wine. I mean, obviously there are some nice wines you can get all over the place and supermarkets do have some nice wines. But going into a shop where you can have a conversation with someone and talk about life and talk about what's going on and have a relationship and they remember you the next time you go in is so much nicer. It's much better experience.
Good for the mental health. I was going to say, you might be, but I'm not sitting there complaining about stuff. It's just life throws some things at you, and at the moment we feel that we've had a poor run of it, and we know that this year ahead is not looking any better, quite frankly. So,
no, we've got a lot to come.
But it's easier to get it out there, and I was thinking that our charity stuff is still good, isn't it? It's still going well. I'm really loving working with Just Life. You've been trying to support a rough sleeper with up and down success on that one. As it's
he's been in touch again today. He's had a dark times, but yeah, I've managed to. Well, I mean, I'd like to get him in housing, but I met a homeless man in October actually with a dog, and he was reading the newspaper. So I stopped. I thought, how many people on the streets have sit and read the newspaper? So I stopped and asked them if they were okay, and then went and bought them some hot food, dog food, and gave him my number, and then came away thinking, oh my God, I've just given my number to a complete stranger, but didn't also expect to hear from them. And then about a week later, I had a phone call from him saying, could I help him with some food for the dog? And I was like, yeah, anyone who's asking for the dog before themselves is a massive tick in my book. So I did just that, and then found out that he was living in a tent, and the tent wasn't very good, and he just didn't have anything. So over the last couple of months, we've provided him with dog food, dog bed, dog coat. I got him
my wardrobe.
Got him some warm clothes. I bought him one of those, what are those coats called? Changing robes, so it's completely waterproof. I took him some waterproof padded boots I bought last week. So basically all the little money we earn is going into helping someone live in a tent.
And the blind fox in the
and our various foxes and our animals.
I recommend it though. I was talking to the charity I do stuff with, which is for people in temporary accommodation, and I think what we've found is by focusing on individual people, you can make some proper inroads, can't you?
It's the same with animals.
She's become a friend. I don't go with the charity hat on. I meet her as friends. You can hear noise in the background. Billy, the boy cat, is decided to throw everything out of the litter tray and just stand beside it, and he's a horrible
Thankfully, he's done a number one.
So that's all positive, isn't it? But we should
talk. So we sort of thought, going forwards this year, we know we've got a load of challenges to face. That is life, and I think that's been my life pretty much since 1982. It's one thing after another, but life goes on, and we have to keep the business going, and we want to be positive. We want to involve people as well, and also we want to be approachable. We want to maybe talk about our experiences on a bit more of a personal level, because I think a lot of what we've gone through recently, it really helps when you can be open and honest, because someone else will be feeling exactly the same way, but just doesn't have the outlet to express how they're feeling. And just knowing that someone else is in the same boat can be a comfort, even if you don't want to open up about what's going on. But also, when people say they're okay, often they're not okay. And sometimes just actually dropping a message or checking in on people goes a really long way. And that's friends, family, or people on the street.
Yeah, and I think we've found that the core of the family have really come together. And after on my side, some really difficult conversations this month, and one of my challenges was to do some things that I've found quite scary, and some of those conversations I found really scary. I was really nervous about, but we've got into a much better place now by leaning into it and tackling it.
Yeah, and then and knowing that
dad.
You're there for each other, and
Yeah.
if you do need some support, you can pick up the phone, and it's really, it's comforting.
I think that was partly it. I think maybe on my situation that people thought that they were maybe on their own. Some of us, or
Same
we
with
weren't
my
working
mum.
as a team.
That you feel isolated, or that
Yeah.
you're struggling with something, or you're in pain, or whatever it is that's making you feel a certain way, or behave a certain way, or talk a certain way, and it's different to how you normally behave. And so I think people often just close themselves off and shut themselves away and think, I just have to deal with this on my own, and you really don't.
And patients often feel like they are a burden,
Yeah.
and don't want to ask for help. Older generations just get a grip and don't say, well, we know you're busy, so we're not going to ask.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So if you're over 70...
I don't know if it's anything to do with over 70, but...
Oh, it's hard work though, isn't it?
Anyway, so not preaching, that's the other thing.
No.
But the podcast is coming back. We're going to do this once a month again. We might do some more. And this year we're going to have some guests on as well. So we're going to shake things up a little bit. But predominantly we're going to be a little bit more open about ourselves rather than just going random about wines. Obviously there's going to be a lot of wine and drink chat.
Today's guest was Stinky Billy the cat.
It wouldn't be our podcast if we weren't talking about something completely ridiculous. But we thought we'd bring a bit more of a personal aspect, because it's all well and good people listening to us, but if you don't really know about us, you might like to. And also you might engage with us on a different level. This isn't a selling device. We don't do this so people buy wine from us, because they never have from listening to the podcast.
It costs us money.
It's a hobby for us that we enjoy doing, but also I think we do have a lot of people who do listen to it a lot and get stuff out of it, which is really nice as well. So we have things to offer. And even if it's just talking about ourselves and our experiences, if we can relate to someone or help someone, or you want to reach out to us, we're all over social media. So just send me a message.
You are. 24/7.
Instagram. Relentless.
With your little fingers. Scroll.
But we've also revived our YouTube channel as well. So we've got someone helping us with that, because neither of us know how to even log in. So that's taken us about a month to get into, but we've got Alfie helping us, and he's uploading some videos onto that. We've got loads of video stuff, and we post all over Instagram. So if you're interested in seeing videos, check out our Instagram page, but also our YouTube. And our podcast is going to be available via YouTube as well to listen to.
Hopefully we'll get some more educational stuff on the YouTube thing.
Yeah,
and
a mixture of fun, education.
People look at that rather than social media.
Yes, and we might film us doing a podcast one day.
Yeah.
Which will be no surprise to see that we're sitting at our dining table.
Yes.
With surrounded by booze and animals.
Talking of booze, I've noticed, if I may say so, you've had a penchant for recently over Christmas for Guinness and I would say bourbon.
Yes.
Filtering into
bourbon.
the,
I had a little. Yes. Well, I had a bad
selection.
I was trying not to drink, because being hungover and then processing difficult things is a lot harder. But I've had a couple of slip-ups, obviously. Did nail a bottle of bourbon a couple of weekends ago.
Good to share.
The hangover was horrendous.
What step are you on the AA thing?
But yes, bourbon and Guinness. I mean, Guinness as a sort of aperitif leading into bourbon, delicious. Works really, really well, because the profile, I mean, obviously the bourbon has got the sort of caramelly, nutty notes, and Guinness creamy. But because I can't consume wine, because of my health issues.
Which we maybe tackle on
I'm
the
constantly
next
looking
pod.
for alternatives that's not grape based, and bourbon does suit me well. But Guinness, probably because I need iron. There's must be something. But Guinness, I really enjoy. I like the flavour of it. I like the texture. I like the creaminess, and it's not too heavy. I mean, it's not like drinking pints of lager.
My brother drinks. He doesn't drink, but he drinks the zero Guinness.
It's not as good. It's just not as creamy.
On the zero drinks.
Yeah, I get it if you need a zero alcohol.
He quite likes
But yes, Guinness and bourbon have definitely been on my radar, and also tequila. I mean, I've been smashing through that as and when I'm drinking. Margaritas last year was definitely the year of the margarita. I mean, it was all summer, just making relentless, just squeezing hundreds of limes every time we've had people round.
Who was squeezing?
I did do
limes?
some.
Did you?
Yes.
2, 3.
100.
Really?
And what about you? You've had everything.
I have had everything, but I was thinking about this. I think the way forward for me at the moment is
water.
Probably. I'm really enjoying the wines of Alsace in France, which is a wine region that has been notoriously difficult for us as independents to sell. But if you ask the staff of independents, most of them love drinking them. And I think they're so versatile and so delicious.
Really good food wines, aren't they?
Not stupid money. Yeah, they do. They tolerate spice. They go with Asian food.
Hasn't Alsace got the biggest number of Michelin star restaurants in the smallest space or something?
Something like that. They have got a high amount. And white wines that go with quite a rich cuisine. So I like that. And I also think that some Italian regions such as Alto Adige are worth looking at, and I was chatting to someone about another range that I think we're going to add to our ranges. That's a great place, and white Burgundy. I was saying today when we had a winemaker come and visit the shop that Burgundy has just gone up and up and up in price. It's so
like
stupid.
It's relentless. He said to me, "Where do you see the increases most?" And I said, "France." Yeah. That's what I see coming through. I mean, you can still get really great value in South Africa, Portugal, great for us. And you can get some really good entry-level wines from those countries as well. So they always work very well for us across the board, from £7 wines up to £200 or whatever. But Burgundy, it's kind of insane. I mean, there's some delicious wines to be had, but they're not cheap.
Yeah, I think that's a good point as well, actually, because I also went to Wines of Portugal tasting in London, didn't I? And came away with 2 ruined feet with blisters on that are still killing me. And as like scars of what I do in the field. And
walking around drinking?
I tasted some really lovely stuff and reaffirmed my opinion on some of the things we already have, which was good. But there were loads and loads of producers that were still looking for representation, and I think that's quite exciting to know that there's lots of cool Portuguese producers that aren't yet represented in the UK that we can maybe seek out and bring to the UK.
And that means we have to ship pallets.
That's the problem.
Yes.
And I tried, I'm not going to say the words, but I tried one producer that the name was spelt Giz.
I know, I had a picture of it.
Yeah. And all of their bottles are really...
I'm trying not
black.
To snigger.
I am. And I'm not quite sure how they are going to market that. But anyway...
I can imagine.
We're going to investigate them. So Portuguese wines, as always, with me.
Yes, and so what we'd normally do if we'd have done our podcast, our first one in January, is our trends for 2026. Now, I normally get asked by various magazines to do my trends because obviously I'm a trendsetter, which I did submit, and mine was very heavily agave based. So I think because last year was massive for tequila and mezcal, I think that's going to continue this year. I think there'll be other agave-based drinks coming out. There is something called Raicilla, I think that's how it's pronounced, which is from Jalisco, made from agave, known as the cousin of tequila and mezcal. But I presume it's cheaper. So I think there's going to be things like that are going to be coming to the market, which will just expand the knowledge and the interest for people who are into agave-based spirits. Apparently, as well, it's going to be the year of the Paloma cocktail. So if last year was margarita, this year's Paloma, which is, what is it, tequila, grapefruit, lime?
Maybe. I like
You can get it in the
grapefruit.
cans. We had those cans of it
Yeah.
last year, which were really handy for the summer for train journeys.
Is that really a trend, do you think? Is that a...
Okay, you watch the
Is this that
space, because when
movement?
we're doing
Does
this
it
in
warrant
September
getting
and
a
everyone's like,
movement?
oh my God, I've been drinking Palomas all summer.
Everyone drinking the same wine, same drink all the time.
Yeah, that's called a trend.
Well, I
So-
don't believe in these trends. I think that's like journalists who haven't got anything to do can fill their pages up with trends that nobody ever really
Oh,
checks.
really? Rah, rah, boo-hoo.
Yeah, but I do.
So here we go.
I do.
You know it's recording. Yeah, the cat's just walking all
cat's
over. The
You are a horrible boy sometimes, Billy.
God.
You know, which our friend Tom Sergi does, and you often don't want us to have them on their shelves, but
What?
like the Bativo, he doesn't do the Bativo, but the Bativo,
No and low.
no alcohol vermouth style drinks with lots of herbs and things.
That's
There's quite a lot more of
Bativo
those
is an
around.
apple cider vinegar.
But you know what I mean?
Yes,
in
with
terms
it
of
infused with
the way they
botanicals.
taste, and if you mix that with some tonic or some soda or whatever, I think there'll be more of those as a
No and
as
low
a
is
serious
kind of, yeah. You went to a no and low tasting, didn't you?
Yeah,
Which
and I
is-
thought the vermouthy type.
you
things
came away
were
saying
really
the
good.
best drink was tequila. So
Yeah, but I'm not saying that though. I'm saying that I think there'll be more of these things.
there definitely will be more, and there is a
Instead
demand
of
for
more
it.
of the fruit-based, sort of sweetery.
Yes, and
those
probably
sort of more
wines.
pop
I think,
type
and tea. Tea seems to be popular. So tea-based
expensive,
drinks.
though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I guess there's an art form, isn't there? I mean, I'd love to go to the tea houses in China.
Yeah.
You know, there are some amazing teas. I guess it's like anything. If you're into balsamic vinegar or soy sauce, you know, there is some incredible history behind these products, like wine. So if that's your thing, you know, and you don't drink alcohol, then why not spend some money on some tea?
Yeah.
So I think there will be, I mean, bubble tea. My niece loves bubble tea, doesn't she? So I think there's going to be tea infusions all over the place.
I think as well because the duty rates are they're still stuffing up things, and I think our job, as always, is to seek out the good value, tasty wines at the correct prices from wherever they're from.
Yes.
That's what we need to be focusing on, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're still out there. There's still stuff to be found. There's still surprises, still fun things, nice things from Eastern Europe that we've had this year, haven't we?
Yeah, they
that
might
range has been
be more
strengthened.
popular, and sort of Greece and islands, you know, Tenerife, and I think there'll be more popularity with those kind of things. I think with spirits, people are going to look for nostalgic flavours. I mean, there's loads of obviously tropical fruits and those kind of things, but I think nostalgia might be a thing this year, looking for, I don't know, damsons, sloes, hedgerow type things, whatever you can
Yeah.
infuse, elderflowers, elderberries. I reckon there'll be a bit of a thing with all that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I think
Maybe.
people are a bit bored with the more confected, more generic stuff. And also, I think people are looking a lot for local and British. So if that's what they want, then look in the hedgerows.
Yeah, it might give a more serious flavour profile because I think with the low stuff, it's very easy to dismiss things, isn't it? Because lots of things aren't made very well. But you often with low, you miss the way it feels, don't you? Even with the Guinness, it didn't feel
Yeah, it
like
hasn't got the texture.
a normal
No.
Guinness. And then maybe those hedgerowy flavours maybe lend themselves to that.
Maybe.
Could do.
So,
There we have it.
yeah, that's probably enough for first one, if anyone's still listening.
Right, you better phone up your therapist now and tell them what you've done.
I don't need one now. We've got the podcast back.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper, isn't it? Just talk to the airwaves.
Just talk to the phone.
Yeah. Get it off
But we
the
will
chest.
be back, and as always, we thank everyone for their support, because we haven't done that, which would be
Yes.
something we'd do at Christmas
We
time.
do really appreciate it.
Anyone
And
who might listen to this, thank you very much, and for all of our ongoing support. Our staff are great. You know, the team are excellent. We're only small, but we all work really well together.
Yeah, they were great at Christmas time.
We had a lot of support from them.
So full on, but the team, we were a little bit reduced, I would think. Really,
Yeah, and
weren't
I
we?
was
'Cause
mainly working at home.
But they were fantastic. So bravo them.
Yeah.
We need more customers. So if you've got friends that you want to send our way, please do.
Yeah, check out our social media stuff, check out our YouTube, and we'll be back every month. And
Yeah.
we'll even have, we might, I don't know what we're doing next month, but
We're
I was
gonna
thinking
lock
we've got
Billy in the
Mother's Day
garden.
coming up.
Yes.
Billy the cat.
Yeah.
Mother's Day is coming up, so don't forget to buy something nice for your mother figures in your lives, who I'm sure deserve a nice treat, whether it's tea or wine or chocolate.
Thanks for that.
Right.
Cool. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.